Spiritual awakening sounds beautiful, right? Like floating on a cloud, radiating love, and finally escaping all your problems. But what if I told you that's not how it works? What if I told you that spiritual awakening is not about becoming happier or better, but about something far more shocking? Most people think awakening means becoming enlightened overnight. They imagine it as a state of permanent peace, where problems magically disappear and life becomes effortless. But here's the truth. Awakening doesn't make you a saint. It makes you real. And before you ascend, you might feel like you're completely falling apart. No one tells you about the confusion, the isolation, and the moments when you question if you're even sane anymore. That's why we're here today, to uncover the real truth about awakening, the part no one warns you about. Because once you see it for what it really is, you'll finally understand why so many people struggle and why you don't have to. In this breakdown, we'll explore why awakening often feels like losing your mind, why your old life starts falling apart, the shocking truth about spiritual highs, and how to move through this process without unnecessary suffering. By the end, you'll see that awakening is not a magical escape. It's a raw and transformative experience that will change you forever. Why awakening feels like losing your mind. The first thing that happens when you awaken is that your identity begins to crumble. The version of you that was built on conditioning, beliefs, fears, and societal expectations begins to dissolve. And that's terrifying. You start feeling like you no longer fit into the world. The things you used to love suddenly feel meaningless. Your mind fights back, making you doubt yourself and everything you once believed. This happens because spiritual awakening is, at its core, the death of the ego. Awakening feels like dying, but what's actually dying is the illusion of self. The ego panics because it sees this as a threat. It clings to old patterns, creates fear, and tries to convince you that you're going crazy. But you're not going crazy. You're waking up from the illusion of who you thought you were. As this process unfolds, life can start to feel hollow. Many people reach a stage where nothing excites them anymore. The things that used to bring joy no longer have the same effect. This is what I call the void stage, where the old self is gone, but the new way of being hasn't fully emerged yet. It can feel empty, but this emptiness is actually part of the process. The key is not to resist it. Instead of trying to escape the void, allow yourself to sit with it. Let yourself feel the nothingness. It is the space where something new will eventually emerge. One of the biggest shocks of awakening is that your external world often starts to crumble. Relationships, jobs, belief systems, anything that isn't aligned with your truth begins to fall away. This is what I call the tower moment, when the universe strips away everything that no longer serves you. Friends may distance themselves. You might lose interest in your career, and the coping mechanisms you once relied on stop working. It can feel like your life is falling apart, but in reality, it's falling into place. Why does this happen? Because awakening isn't about adding new beliefs. It's about removing illusions. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world. When your perception changes, so does your reality. The people you once resonated with no longer feel aligned. The things you once chased no longer matter. The distractions you used to escape with no longer work. It's not that you are losing your life. It's that the false version of your life is dissolving. The key to navigating this phase without suffering is surrender. Most people resist change, and that's what creates suffering. The more you try to hold on to what's crumbling, the harder it gets. But when you let go and trust the process, you make space for something new. Yes, discomfort is temporary, but transformation is permanent. Many people believe that awakening means being in a constant state of bliss and peace. But here's the truth. Spiritual highs are temporary. They come in waves, but they don't last. The problem is that the mind tries to chase them, and that creates suffering. True awakening is not about feeling high. It's about being real. This is where many people get stuck. They try to recreate their first awakening experience. The rush of love, the euphoria, the feeling of being one with the universe. But this is just another attachment. The truth is, awakening is not about feeling good all the time. It's about accepting all states: joy, sadness, fear, peace, without resisting any of them. Enlightenment isn't about good vibes only. It's about being okay with whatever arises. When sadness comes, you allow it. When fear arises, you witness it. When joy appears, you embrace it, but you don't cling to it. Real peace comes when you stop chasing experiences and simply allow life to unfold as it is. So, how to move through awakening without suffering? The biggest mistake people make is resisting the process. They try to hold on to their old life, fear the emptiness, and chase spiritual highs instead of surrendering to reality. This resistance is what creates suffering. The moment you stop fighting, you stop suffering. But surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means accepting what is. Let yourself feel lost. Let yourself question everything. Trust that this process is leading you exactly where you need to be. Many people ask, what should I do to make awakening easier? The truth is, you don't need complicated spiritual techniques. The only thing you need is awareness. Observe your thoughts without attaching to them. Watch emotions come and go without resisting them. Let life unfold without constantly trying to control it. This is true spiritual awakening, not an escape from life, but a deep, radical acceptance of all of it. You now know the truth. Awakening is messy. Awakening is painful. Awakening is not about feeling good. It's about seeing clearly. But if you embrace it, you'll discover something beyond all the illusions: freedom. You don't have to chase enlightenment. You don't have to force awakening. Just allow what is happening, and you will realize you were already awake all along. Thank you for watching and taking the time to explore the truth about spiritual awakening with me. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts below. And if you want more content like this, breaking down spirituality and awakening in a real, no-nonsense way, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out. See you in the next one. Peace.